Do you think that there will be nuclear weapons used in this conflict?
Right. So the substitute option is only used if the state of Israel is threatened. And right now, the state of Israel is not threatened. In fact, okay, and I know this is going to sound really weird. The Iranians are doing the Israelis a favor by bombarding Tel Aviv. Right? So let me explain why. There are two centers of gravity in the state of Israel. There's Tel Aviv, which is the open, cosmopolitan, democratic Israel. It's the Ashkenazi Israel. It's a European Israel. Then you have Jerusalem, which is the conservative religious theocracy, right? So there's almost like a power struggle in Israel to determine the soul of the nation. And because the Iranians are bombarding Tel Aviv and not Jerusalem, this is forcing the Ashkenazi Jews, the European Jews, the liberal, democratic, cosmopolitan Jews to leave for Europe, which now makes Jerusalem the center of gravity in the state of Israel. So these religious fanatics in Israel believe that this war is actually good because it will make Israel much more theocratic. It will abandon its facade of Western democracy and just embrace its theocracy. And these religious Jews believe that that is what God wants. So I don't want to go too much into the theology. What they believe is that what they're trying to achieve the kingdom of David. Okay, and what does that mean? David had the best relationship with God because David was humble. David prayed to God every single day. And why David did that is because he suffered tremendous tragedy. He married Bathsheba, but Bathsheba already had a husband named Uriah the Hittite. So David had him assassinated. And that's a great crime against God. And then God punished David by killing David's son with Bathsheba. And that forced David to look into himself and recognize his own limitations and recognize the supremacy of God. So he redeemed himself, redemption, right? And that's what these religious extremists in Israel want to do. They want to create this war that shatters the illusion of Israel as a modern-day democracy and force the Israeli Jews to redeem themselves in the eyes of God, to submit themselves fully to the power and embrace of God. And so another saying this is that the people in charge of Israel have mapped this out, and it's going according to their plan.